Listen, I'm gonna just talk. If you are in your 20s, this video is for you. I've turned 27 this year. I was born in 98. So yeah, I turned 27 this year. Listen, in those early 20s, like when you're 20, 21, 22, I would say all the way to 25. All the way to 25, you need to be focused on your purpose. It's gonna be a lot of temptation with the parties, the hoes, all that shit. I get it. I understand you don't want to miss out on a lot of stuff. But sometimes you have to break out of that matrix and look around like where the hell you really at and see what kind of like environment you in. You run into those older dudes that talk about, yeah, man, I wish I would have done this. I used to be this. I used to be the best football player back in the day. Okay. And then it's like, you look how old those people are, about 40, 50 or something like that, and they're still talking about their accomplishments in their teens. In their teens, let that sink in. Do not be one of those people that's mentally locked in high school, okay? You're gonna start seeing this a lot, okay? As you get older and stuff, you're gonna be like, oh man, you remember in high school, woo woo woo. You remember in high school, woo woo woo. You remember in high school. You gonna turn around and you're gonna be 25 talking about some high school and stuff. That's years ago. You're gonna lose track of time. Your sense of time is gonna be warped. So that's why you have to pull yourself out of that and be like, all right, these days are over. We gotta let it go. I don't care if you was the best whatever in high school, okay? Let that shit go. The game starts now. Nobody gives a fuck what you did in high school. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. You need to be finding out what the hell you gonna do to lay your foundation, because these early years are gonna set you for how your 30s are gonna look. Okay, I know people be like 30s is old, this and that. Not really. I feel like your 30s is where life really begins. You get to travel, see the world, and this and that. Them 20s though, them 20s, you need to be working your ass off and lay down some type of foundation. If it's a trade, if it's the military, if it's college, whatever it may be, you need to focus on that. Listen, you probably love hoes, but you gotta let them hoes, leave them alone. Let them go. They ain't going nowhere. I promise you, they not going nowhere. The crowd you running with, them your boys, we down forever. I get it. But sooner or later, it's gonna be that day that comes along where you gotta make a motherfucking decision for yourself, not where everybody else going to college. Oh, they going here, so I'm gonna go here too and stay with my homies. Or I'm gonna go here because they going there. Oh, they got the finest hoes, this and that. No, you already fucking lost. You need to look at what's best for you. Stop being a fucking follower. Stop following people. This is your life. You don't know, people don't know what you got going on. They don't know your situation. Your situation may be different. They parents may be able to put them in school. Maybe you not. My parents couldn't put me through school. I had to go to the military. But these are the type of things you got to be real with yourself and ask, like, dang, can I go through school, or do I have to go this route, this route? You need to be at the drawing board and draw up a play and go. Don't be scared to take those first few leaps, because people that don't take those full leaps, they'll be stuck in their hometown for their whole life. And that'll be it. And that's all they know. They don't see nothing past that. I've seen it. And then by the time you're probably at like my age, 27, heading your way to 30, you're gonna look back and be like, and those years and be like, dang, I'm glad I made this decision. I'm glad I did this, or I'm glad I tried this. Try stuff out. You in your early 20s, you're allowed to mess up. You're allowed to mess up. That's the beautiful thing about life. Don't be afraid to fail. You're not gonna be perfect. I failed a couple of times and stuff. I had a plan that didn't go as planned, and I fell on my face, but I got up, learned from it, and then that's what makes us to people we are today. So stay on your path, bro. You doing good, bro. If you starting to feel uncomfortable in the environment you are, those are like the first indicators that you probably shouldn't be there, and it's probably something greater for you. But y'all stay blessed.